In this video, I will be telling you how to start prepping on a budget. We will start with stuff that you can get for free, and then we will work up from there. But if you're new to this channel, my name is Wes, and welcome to Backpacking Central, where we're all about backpacking, survival, and being prepared. Let's get into it. To start, I'm going to start out with the free options. So starting out with some of the free options, we have, as in one of my previous videos, we have the car preparedness kit. You can start out with a box that you find in your house, whether you ordered something or it doesn't have to be a massive box, and you can put stuff in there that you feel that you will need or have needed in the past, gathering stuff like toilet paper, wipes, extra pair of clothes, towel, water, medicine, stuff that you would sometimes see yourself turning around to go back and get, taking things from around the house that you already have, that you've already bought, and gathering up into one place and putting it in your car, and forget about it, so you won't need to be turning around to get that stuff later, and you'll find yourself using it. And my challenge for you is to do that and just leave it in your car. And if you don't aren't necessarily one to agree with or favor prepping in terms of being prepared, and just put together the box, take 30 minutes out of your day, go put it together and leave it in your car, and see how often over the next week and month, 6 months, that you find yourself going into that box or bin or bag. And even if you don't have a box, people say, oh, well, I don't order anything, I don't buy anything, I can't afford to buy a box. I'm sure you buy groceries. You go buy yourself your groceries, and then the bag that you use, take one of those or double bag it, or two, and and use that. It doesn't have to be some fancy box or buying a bin. This all can be had for free. So take that, put it in the back of your car, and see how often over the next 6 months or so that you find yourself going back and getting stuff from it, taking stuff from it and using it. Whether that's to go get a bar of food that you left, or you forgot water that day. The next thing in terms of for free is when you go to the store and buy something, instead of just buying whatever, look around and see what they have in terms of the BOGO offers, or the buy one get one free. So you go and you find something like these that you may already buy, and you find something that's buy one get one, and you buy one for the price of one and you get another one for free. So you take that other one you got for free and you put it away for later. So that's jump starting and getting into food stockpiling, or storing food, or storing water. Or let's say you buy a case of water, take 5 of those bottles of water, or 10, or 1, whatever, and put it away. Then you have it for later. This will help and get you started for not necessarily free. Well, the buy one get one's free, but taking some of the stuff you buy and putting one of them away, or 2 of them away, or part of it, or half of it away, allows you to slowly build up in like stages, not shelling out a bunch of money right offhand in order to have a huge stockpile of stuff, whatever that may be. And then moving on to the stuff that can cost a little more money. One of my videos, my survival kit, it's a box. I bought it all at Walmart. It's a box about this big, and it's $50. So if you got $50 to spend, that covers a lot of your stuff. You can put that in your free car kit. So your car kit, you start out with a free one, you see how that works, then you upgrade and spend $50, and you get the emergency blanket, the lighter, the water filter, some first aid stuff, a knife, multi-tool, a light, these stormproof matches, stuff like that. And you can slowly build your inventory in terms of gear, surviving, prepping, being prepared for situations. And then after that, you can move up to your EDC stuff, so your everyday carry, which is what EDC stands for. In terms of a backpack, you take a backpack you don't use, or maybe you want to buy a new backpack and use your old one, and you put stuff that you should at least have on hand. Something as simple as a rain jacket. How often do you find yourself where it just starts raining, you don't have anything, you didn't expect it to rain, or you didn't look, or you forgot, and you just have a rain jacket in that backpack, then or an umbrella or boat, and then you're saved from the rain, you don't have to deal with the rain. And going into the frog tog stuff, if you don't want to keep your jacket in your bag, you know, your nice jacket that you buy one of these Frog Togs. This was like $20. You get a jacket and pants, you know, for you to use, and you can put it in the back of your car or in your EDC pack or something like that. And, you know, that's something you could carry around. You know, a flashlight, you know, buying a, you know, this is a nicer Olight S1A baton. This was like $40 or something. You don't have to get something, you know, of this quality. You know, however, you know, you might find yourself, you know, replacing the batteries more often, or buying another one, you know, because it breaks because you dropped it, or, you know, you got some water on it, you know, because that one's not waterproof, water resistant. It also has a magnet on the back here, you know, so if you're working on your car, if you ever work on your car, you know, flat tire, you know, it's got a magnet, so you can stick it to something, and, you know, you can light your way. You also have a headlamp for that reason as well, you know, $10. You know, getting stuff and putting that in your, you know, your EDC pack in order for you to, you know, be prepared. And then from there, you know, moving on to, you know, something like your camping bag or overnight, you know, not necessarily a bug out bag, you know, because that expense is, you know, much higher, but something like, you know, you go camping and, you know, you have your bag, your sleeping bag, your hammock or your tent, and, you know, building something like that up, you know, in order for you to, you know, be prepared, you know, for something like that, in terms of, you know, having all the gear if you had to leave, you know, with you, that, you know, you could put it on your back and, you know, leave. And, you know, not necessarily something as, you know, as expensive or as talked about as a bug out bag, but something as simple as a camping. And then moving on from there, you have a firearm. You know, it's always, you want to protect yourself and your family. Yes, as you can see here, it is loaded, and as many people don't know, if the gun just sits here, it will not go off, contrary to what some people believe. You know, the thing's not just going to start shooting. You know, getting yourself a firearm, having extra magazines, having longer magazines, having, you know, ammo, spare ammo, you know, in order to, you know, fend off a threat should you, you know, God forbid, ever have to. This is a Glock 19 Gen 4. The reason I got this was because it's proven to work, to function, to not fail. It's very popular. You know, spare parts, extra magazines are cheap. I think these mags are $20, and I think these might be 30, something like that. And you can get the clear ones, or the regular factory, you know, the black ones that are longer as well. And then I have a light on it, you know, because me personally, I want to be able to identify the target, and, you know, most likely it's going to be at night where there's limited, if any, light. So you got the Enforce APL-C. It's a perfect fit, you know, for the, you know, the gun. It lines up, you know, it doesn't take up any extra space on the end. Some of them stick out like this much off of the barrel, which, you know, whatever floats your boat. But that is my Glock 19. That's the most, in terms of situation of, you know, SHTF, you know, that's most likely the gun your neighbor's going to have, or your neighbor's neighbor's going to have. So you can share magazines, you can share ammo, you can share parts, you know, stuff like that, that makes everything more streamlined and simple. And, you know, yeah, okay, it costs, you know, more than, you know, $50 of your low survival kit, but, you know, you know, put a price on your, you know, your family or your life that, you know, you could save yourself, you know, from. To me, that's worth it. And another thing to add too with this, you know, I didn't just go out and buy this and just buy some ammo and just keep it there. You know, training and target practice is another important aspect of more than just buying the gun, buying the ammo. You know, one reason to have ammo is so you have enough to be able to go shoot it and practice your marksmanship, practice, you know, how to hit a moving target, how to clear rooms, how to do training, how to do, you know, and this is, you know, not all stuff that I've even done, you know, that, but, you know, I probably shot 5,000 or 6,000 rounds through this thing, and, you know, I still have room to improve. You know, yes, obviously you get better the more times you do it. The reason it's important to have more ammo is, you know, not to just have ammo, but, you know, to be able to shoot that ammo and use that ammo, you know, to train yourself. Moving on from there, you know, that's, you know, the more expensive, you know, options in terms of being prepared. You know, you can get other food stuff, more, you know, dehydrated, you know, kinds of stuff. You know, you got your paracord here. This is only $5. You got your little first aid kit you can put in your EDC pack. You got your lighters for starting a fire if you need heat. You got your emergency blanket, knife, ammo, water filter. This is important. This is the Sawyer Mini water filter. This will screw on to a normal bottle cap. And you just put it on and screw it in, and then you pull this top off and you just drink from it. Flow. Obviously, pretty big arrow. You can read it. This is a very important thing to have. It's $20. You got instead of eating at Chick-fil-A twice, you go and buy a Sawyer Mini filter for $20. And you can filter out water. When you're hiking, when you're camping, when the SHTF event happens, you can go drink out of a stream. You fill your bottle up with water, and then you just drink it straight from the thing. So there is my how to start prepping, from free to a little bit more, expensive, more advanced, longer term stuff. And again, this doesn't have to happen overnight. I'm not telling you go out tomorrow or tonight and buy all this stuff and, spend a bunch of money. You need to do your research. And, something as simple as, the car kit, that doesn't cost you any money. See what you think of being prepared, not, the negative stigma of, preppers, but, just being prepared for something. Just before I started this video, the light that I used to light this up went out. And, if I didn't have another one, I'd have to go out to the store and, go get another light. That would delay me. And for some people, that's okay. But, and some people say, oh, well, everyone's got a spare light. It's like, well, that's how the thought should be on being prepared. You should be prepared. You should be able to, go get a flashlight. Have an emergency, have a knife, have scissors, have, extra food stuff, being prepared, for what's to come, for as little and as, people think of it as it, affects the whole nation. It could be a personal SHTF, like you spilled something on your clothes, while you're out, and you got to go all the way back to, get another shirt or shorts or pants or socks or whatever. By you being prepared and having that in your car kit or in your EDC bag or something like that, it allows you to save yourself time and hassle and all this other stuff, and be prepared and having the stuff that you need. So that's all I got for you today. I hope this video allowed you to see how easy it is to get started, how little and no money it costs in terms of getting started. And this is a slow process building. I didn't buy all this stuff yesterday. This has taken me weeks, months, years, to be able to save up and figure out and research what I want. That's all I got for you today, guys.